Holy, oh my God, bro. What a comeback, man. That was awesome. I was nervous the entire time because, dear Lord, man, there were moments where I thought the Bulls should have had the lead, and they kept blowing it, but we made the final shot to win it. So good job, Vucevic. All the credit to Vuce, man. I was wondering if they're gonna go to him because Embiid was gonna be out there, and great ATO, man. I think that was a hell of a call by Billy Donovan to run that play. Awesome job by Giddey to get downhill and get to the driving lane and to pass it back out and make an incredible pass out. Buzelis also did a good job, like a sneakily good job on that play that won't be really discussed, but awesome, man. This was an awesome win to see this Bulls team get. But first half was horrible, guys. Like, oh my God, that first half was so bad by the Bulls. But oh my God, Josh Giddey kept this Bulls team in it, man. To see Josh Giddey just do anything possible just to try to get a bucket, especially in that first half, man. That first half, it was just like we were praying for offense, and Giddey was like just getting enough for us here. Just to, you got some layups here and there, a fast break opportunity here and there, hit a three. I'm like, okay, he's keeping us in it. We're staying in it because of him, but the others got to step up, man. And the others eventually came around. It took a while for the defense to finally wake up, but they finally woke up in this one. And the Bulls just clawed their way in. I was honestly just so impressed to see this Bulls defense in that, like, more towards like the end of that third quarter into that fourth quarter. They did not allow the 76ers like to make a three-point shot for a long time. That was a very good job by this Bulls team to prevent the three-point shots, to contest the three-point shots much better in that second half, and overall not foul as much. Like the 76ers had 16 free throws in that first half, and they only shot 8 in the second half. So just an absolute turnaround of a half there for the Chicago Bulls, and oh my God, great job. That was one of the toughest comebacks ever. And you were able to pull this one off against one of the best teams in the East right now. And now I think you're solidified back to being the best in the East again. So great job, Bulls. That first half, I was so depressed. I was like, God, guys, like after the effort we had in that Knicks game where it wasn't the best, and we're giving up offensive rebounds in that game, and we're giving up threes in that game, and to come out and you're giving up offensive rebounds, you're giving up threes, you're giving up layups. I was just like, guys, like 75 points given up in that first half, bro. Oh my God, it was so rough to watch, but great job, yo. This was awesome just to see the comeback, and this Bulls team finally flipped the switch and was like, all right, we're gonna play good defense finally. I'm so sorry I did not see who subscribed. I need to bring up stream elements, but thank you for subscribing, whoever did subscribe, and that would be let's see, Mark, thank you for subscribing to the channel. I sincerely do appreciate it. Yeah, I'm honestly so impressed by this Bull squad to absolutely come out with adjustments. They very clearly said, hey, we need to prevent the three-point shot in that second half, which was great, right? I was hoping the Bulls were going to do something defensively, whether that was they're going to stop the paint because the 76ers were killing us also in the paint in that first half. But you can't let them get both, right? You have to either stop the three-point line or you're going to have to prevent the paint, right? And the Bulls honestly did a really good job in both categories, but they extremely limited the three-point shots for the 76ers in that second half. And I honestly think that was like the biggest thing on defense. We also saw the Bulls start to get some, turnovers on defense where they were able to force the turnovers, get the takeaways and everything. And it paid off in the end, y'all. I think the Bulls kind of flipped the script on like the fast break points. I could be wrong on that, but the 76ers were just clearly outrunning us in that first half. But Bulls flipped the switch in the second half, and we're outrunning them. So just great overall by the Bulls to completely just have a mindset switch. They're like, all right, we got to do these certain things, and 76ers starting to miss. We started to see some fatigue, and Embiid had to come out of the game due to minutes restriction, and thank God he did, because I don't think the Bulls win this one if he was in the game the entire time, but we'll take it. And yeah, they are able to go out and get this one, man. Josh Giddey deserves all the credit. He absolutely just carried this Bulls team just to stay in the game, and he had a clutch bucket down the stretch and made the clutch pass to Vucevic at the end. Great job by Giddey. And I appreciate Giddey doing this, man, because this is exactly what I've been calling for. And to see him finally come out and, I'm talking about just like in this game, just be like, hey, Like, y'all ain't scoring, I gotta score, bro. Like, to see that from Giddy is great, right? I need that from Giddy a lot more, and because, again, this first half was horrible by the Bulls, so awesome job by everybody to just get back into this game. What's going on, Charles? I see you're here. Let's see here. First quarter, no off-ball move for Bulls offense, bad defensively. Oh, bro, that first quarter was, like, honestly, like, one of the worst quarters I've ever seen. That was horrific by the Bulls on all aspects, offense and defense, giving up 45 points in the first quarter. There's a play also at the end I need to talk about in the first quarter that I was really pissed at. But yeah, it was rough. Okoro took some physical times in this game. I mean, Okoro had by far his best game as a Bull, and that's after, you know, last game was by far his best game as a Bull. So, you know, Okoro was out there. He played for most of this game, right? 32 minutes. Like, he came back in, and he was playing really well. He was guarding Maxey. He was guarding Edgecombe. And he did a great job tonight. I give him a lot of props. This is what we need to see more from Okoro moving forward. Hitting his corner 3-point shots and getting to the paint and finishing effectively, and he did that tonight. So shout out to him. He did a good job, which was good to see. I mean, definitely have to run down his next to no stamina in a game and keep the pace. Oh, I mean, yeah, you could tell Embiid was definitely. I think he more got cold in the fourth, but he was definitely feeling some fatigue in that third quarter, I think. Yeah, the fourth quarter slap down of the ball from Vucevic and Embiid as the post up was peak. Oh yeah, bro. Vucevic didn't just make that like three, which was his only three of the game, by the way. He was clutch, man, in defense. He was poking the ball away from Embiid multiple times, so it was great. And early in the fact nobody rushed up the court before defense was set was far from the play style set for the Bulls. It was, yeah. Yeah, I just follow Giddy along, yo. What's going on, Tyler? Yeah, that was crazy, bro. Oh my god. Thank God the Bulls were able to actually get the win, because I thought there were many times in that fourth I'm like, I feel like the Bulls should, like, it either should be closer at this point in that fourth or the Bulls should be leading it. I thought Buzelis had many chances down the stretch that he just didn't convert. Like, he got blocked by Embiid once. Maxey also had an insane block on him, but Buzelis had some moments, bro. I was just like, God, man, like, I need you to finish some of these layups, bro. And like, that would have really helped the Bulls get the lead. Like, we saw Vucevic, he kind of also botched a gimme, you know. I was like, guys, like, we're down, bro. We can't have these miscues. But the defense held strong, which is exactly what we need to see. What's going on, Rousey? Can't stick around for long, but had to come back by after that game. I lost for words. He continues to just blow me away, man. He continues to also blow me away. He has absolutely just said shut up about what I've been saying about him, and he is getting to past 20 points now per game. He's doing everything that we need in terms of offense, and he's honestly, again, the only reason why the Bulls stayed in this game. It was humongous just to see him score. And, you know, clutch bucket down the stretch as well. But yeah, I know you're busy, Rossi, so I appreciate you sticking around for a little bit, or checking in for a little bit. Yeah, go do your work though. I know you're really busy. What a way to fight back and get together. Stressful as fuck, but once the clock hit 0, I started screaming. Oh my god, bro. When Grimes got that 3-point shot, like that open 3-point shot for Grimes, I was livid. When that shot was in the air, I'm like, oh my god. Like, you guys just you can't be serious. Like, you do such a great job defensively for like 7 minutes, and then Grimes gets this wide open 3-point shot out of the ATO. I'm just like, bro, thank God he missed. He missed, bro. He missed. Thank God he missed. Thank God. Giddy bang bang. Oh my God, man, he was incredible. Holy Shabazz, what a comeback, bro. This is an insane comeback, man. Absolutely insane comeback. Defense was the main reason why. Giddy can go and score 50 for God's sake, but like it wouldn't have mattered if the defense didn't lock in. And don't get me wrong, like, that's very appreciative if Giddy was able to do that, but like the defense had to lock in, bro. And thank God they did. It took forever, but we finally got, you know, some of the offensive fouls called. We started to see some steals. Okoro took a charge against Embiid. Like, that's what we need. Like, you're seeing it's not always just like individuals. It's like guys have to defend collectively, and in that first half, bro, it was nothing like that. Like, that first half, I was so upset just because I'm like, you guys didn't have a good defensive game against the Knicks. Like, why can't you guys like come out and be better on that end? Maybe you're gonna struggle a little bit more on offense, but you gotta come out and be better defensively. So it took a bit, but we got there. But like, you know, seeing Trey Jones, for example, like he fought over screens and got the offensive foul called, right? Like that we got to see that more consistently, and that can't happen, you know, at the second half of a game. You know, like that's not allowed. We can't do this moving forward where we just like lollygag in the first half. But I'm just happy that we were able to see it, right? Because the Bulls could have definitely just like no, we're done here. Like we're getting wrecked. Sixers are great, like it is what it is. But they hung in there, gave themselves a chance, and they took advantage. Thank God for Vooch. I changed my mind about wanting to get rid of Vooch. I want to keep him now as long as he takes a huge pay cut. I'll be glad to bring him back, but not for 20 million. That's so funny for you to say that after he just hit the game-winning shot. That's incredible for me, Christopher. I personally, even with this game-winning shot, which I'm very appreciative of Vooch hitting this, I personally am not. I'm not on the train of keeping Vooch moving forward, but it's up for discussion for sure. Yeah. He might legit be moving to real all-star category. I think he is, yeah. As long as he keeps up this scoring, which I right now I have full faith he will, especially with Kobe out. Like, he's definitely an all-star category right now. He's been really, really solid. And this Bulls team obviously is winning, right? And so if they're going to continue to win here and stay atop the East, or even just kind of, like, even if they fall a little bit, like, if they're still like 6-7 seed, I think Giddey, if he's putting up these numbers still, like he's all-star for sure. But we gotta continue to win, right? And obviously these wins help, but it's important you gotta continue to win here. And P team's cooked, but Vooch had some key deflections, so big ups to him. Yeah, Vucevic did a lot in that fourth quarter, besides just hitting the 3-point shot, but like he did really good job defensively. You know, had the offensive rebound, you know, tip in, put back. Hit a couple of hook shots, I believe, in that fourth. Like he was humongous in that fourth quarter again. So Vucevic did great. He's gonna make me rethink about Giddey. They also have completely made me rethink about Giddey too, because like it's still, I think, in an ideal situation for Giddey. Like I don't think in Giddey's mind he wants to be taking 19 shots a game, right? Like I think he doesn't want to be taking this many. In my world, I think he should be. Like, if you're gonna be this main ball handler, I think you need to take 20 a game, or like around there at least. But I don't think he wants to take this many. But if he doesn't want to take this many, then like the Bulls obviously still need to go out and get someone else to, like, you know, take the ball handling responsibilities. And Giddey will also be a ball handler, but he just won't be like constantly the ball handler. Which I know everyone's like talking Kobe, but if Giddey's going to be putting up 30, 12, and 12 every night, right, then like okay, then you're the ball handler. I don't know if he wants to take this many shots, though. Like, there's definitely some moments where I could tell, like, he's trying to just find somebody and he just kind of resorts to the shot. Like, we saw a floater a little bit too much just at some points tonight, but, like, I think that he should probably be looking just to take more shots right now. But yeah. Only like 40 points in the fourth was insane. You mean in the second half, but yeah. It was great. Akora finally coming to life as a Bull. It took a while, but yeah. Don't disrespect to Terry, but I hope he retires at the end of the season. Terry is, I'm honest, bro. I don't think he's an NBA player, man. He blew a layup today that I was just like, what? Like, and it was in the second half too. I was just like, how did you blow this? Like, no one was on you. No, like, everybody legit decided to not play you defensively, and like you drove in and both guys went to the roller. I think it was Jalen Smith who rolled, and you just blew the layup, and I'm like, what? Okay. But yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah, it's very clearly a miss, and also from me too. Like I thought Terry would be better than this, but yeah, I don't know, it's looking pretty bad. I thought they should have won on Embiid more, to be honest. So attacking Embiid is a little bit difficult because the 76ers did really well today, especially early, was that they put Embiid on a Okoro, okay? So what this does is that like, if you're looking to try to get Vucevic to attack Embiid, right, they put like Kelly Oubre or like Walker on him. So like the pick and pop option was not available, right? We did see sometimes where Embiid was on Vooch and then Vooch would drive right by him, right? But that wasn't consistent throughout the entire game. So we then saw Okoro started to set some screens, right? It didn't go well. Okoro, you know, he picked up the offensive foul in that fourth quarter, but like he also before that, like he was trying to set screens and he just wasn't catching the ball off the screen. And Giddey was throwing, I mean, one was off definitely Giddey's fault. Like, he threw it off Okoro's foot. But, like, there was also a screen and roll for Okoro where, like, it was pretty easy, like, easily set up for him, and he still just didn't catch it. So I'm like, okay, like, I understand why that's an issue. And so basically they're putting Embiid on someone else, like whether it was Patrick Williams or Okoro. So, like, it would be on them to attack Embiid, or you're trying to get Embiid involved in the action with the screen from those guys. And, like, I know Patrick's been, like, a good screener to start the season, but, like, it's not always, you know, it's not like he's going to come in and set the best screens. So it was rough. It was hard. And then the 76ers didn't play Embiid a lot in the second half, right? Which I do think that was a major reason why the Bulls got back into it, because Embiid just is, like, when he's on, which he clearly was in that first half. And so I'm hoping that, I'm just going to guess, like, you know, shout out to the Bulls defense and Vucevic, obviously, but, like, I do think he got out of rhythm in that second half because he was sitting for so long, and, you know, that helps a lot when Embiid's not hitting his shots, you know? Yeah. I want to see Josh getting an all-star game, continues to play like this. Oh, for sure. He absolutely deserves to be an all-star if he's going to be playing like this right now. Yeah, again, it's going to be interesting when Kobe does come back, but we got to continue to see this from Giddey. Which right now I think he'll just continue this at least. Maybe not 30 every game. Like, that's definitely tough, but I definitely think he's getting to 20 plus every night right now. Her turning to a good defender surprised the fuck out of me. So Herder had obviously that block on Watford, which was great. Herder didn't have the best things defensively today, though, even in that second half, but he's definitely, I see the effort, and I appreciate it because he is, like, a bigger wing in a sense. Like, he's 6'6" with, like, a decent wingspan. So, like, yeah, he needs to definitely give the effort. And it wasn't the best in the second half, but, like, you saw the effort from him, and I appreciate it. Mott is kind of doing too much in the end. With BB drives before Giddey got us within one. Yeah. Yeah, those back-to-back drives from Matas were not great. That was rough. Buzelis needs to be better, bro. And, like, you know, Viper Strike tweeted to me, like, he needs to be better rebounding-wise, and I agree. Now, I think everyone stepped up their defensive rebounding in that second half, so shout out to everybody for being better on the defensive glass when we gave up so many in the first half. But Buzelis just has to be better. Like, I know we should be celebrating a win today, but Buzelis had many times where he drove and he lost the ball. He had many times where he drove and didn't finish. And then, you know, sometimes it got blocked, or just, you know, he just wasn't able to just for some reason finish it off. So I understand obviously defenses are more onto what he does now, but there are moments where I'm like, you got to where you wanted to go to and you just didn't finish it. So upper core strength, maybe, like, that's still a work in progress, which obviously it should still be, but the whole idea of, like, expectations for Buzelis this season, you know, a lot of people, again, were thinking 20 points per game, and I'm like, I don't know about that, but I'm saying 14 points per game, and, like, I think he's there right now in terms of points per game, but, like, he's not really hitting that more consistently every game right now, so he's got to be better. I agree with it. Before the game, I had them splitting versus the Knicks, losing this game, and then splitting against Cavs, Bucks, and I think they're losing both. Honestly, I don't blame you. If Giannis is playing in that game, I do think the Bulls are going to be losing that one, unfortunately, because the way the Bucks play is very similar how the Bulls play. And so it's going to be a tough game for the Bulls. The Bucks have had a great start, but we will see. Like, again, I thought the Bulls were the Bulls were also losing this one, especially with Io being out. Like, when Io was out, I was like, oh boy, like, I really have little to no faith the Bulls are winning this one tonight, because Maxey and Edgecombe are just, like, I mean, we saw tonight that Maxey's in a different stratosphere right now in terms of level of playing. But he did fall off at the end here, which is great. But, like, we saw in that first half, bro, I was just like, oh my god. Edgecombe was quieter today, which was a little bit shocking to me. I thought he had some opportunities to be a little bit more impactful, but good job by Trey Jones and Okoro to, like, kind of slow these guys down, at least towards the end. But yeah, bro, we pulled this one off. Like, we were able to snatch this one at the right time, and thank God we did. He keeps putting up numbers like this, and we keep winning and seeing an all-star this year. Oh, for sure. If he's putting up these numbers and we're winning, he's an all-star for sure. I won't lie, I'm still concerned that there's gonna be like you know, how Razi's saying, like, that Bucks and Cavs stretched back to back. Like, that's a back to back, bro. Like, that's gonna be tough. But So like a little bit more in terms of record wise for Giddey of like, you know, he might be putting up like 29-9 or something like that, but are we going to be, you know, still top 7 in the East? Like we should. But you know, Philly and Milwaukee are better than I thought they were going to be this season. So, but yeah, if we're top 7, top 8, like I think Giddey should be all-star. It is just, it's important to keep in mind though, like I don't exactly know how we're going to be doing all-star this season because it is like this international versus USA thingy, but if we're still doing the whole rules though of like it's 2 guards, 3 forwards in the starting lineup, and then it's 2 guards, 3 forwards, and 2 wild cards off the bench, it's still going to be tough for Giddey to make it because of the guard play in the East. That's going to be tough, and it's not his fault. It's just that the guard competition in the East is pretty insane, right? We saw one of these guys tonight. Maxey is for sure an all-star this season as long as he's healthy. And we haven't mentioned many other guys obviously yet. So the East is definitely very tough in terms of being able to get in as a guard, but I don't know if we're gonna be doing that this season. Like, because if it's gonna be international, then I think he should make it easily then if it's international, but we will see. Also, Okoro stepped up, man. Yeah, Okoro, again, like the corner threes were humongous. The defense on Maxey and Edgecombe was good. He had a fast break drive and he finished at the rim. Like that's great. Like we need to see more of this. Very happy for him. 29-5, 12 triple-double is crazy. It is insane. That is an insanely good stat line, and it was also very impactful because it kept the Bulls in it. Let's get his contract now. Is it a bargain now? So like I still, unfortunately, the way I always look at that contract is like, obviously if we didn't have like what we knew beforehand of like, you know, no one was really offering him money, like it was just like the Bulls could have just held pat and they would have gotten him. Like, you know, if we ignore that part, then obviously this is looking pretty solid, right? If the problem is though, is just in my head always, and it's just the way that I always think is like, hey, like you didn't need to pay this guy this much money, and like, you know, now it's this, but like it's looking obviously like an insanely valuable contract now. I think it's just the way that people always value contracts is like, well, when you give this guy a contract, how tradable is it immediately? And I feel like at the beginning of the season, we still didn't know, right? Like at the beginning of the season, it was just kind of meh. It was like, it's an all right contract. And so I think that's always gonna just stick with me. But yeah, if we take that part away, like forget, you know, what happened beforehand, and we're just like, okay, well, Giddey's putting up, like coming into tonight was like 22, 8 and 8 or whatever. Like, yeah, that's obviously very good for what he's making. But yeah, I mean, if he continues obviously with, you know, insane performance tonight, then it will definitely be looking like a bargain if he continues like this. Shout out Red Panda for inspiring the team at halftime. Oh my god, bro, thank god Red Panda's back. That's awesome to see. Jalen Smith quietly had a good game too. Yeah, Jalen Smith deserves a lot of praise, man. He's quietly had 2 really good back-to-back games, and I feel like, you know, people that were heavily criticizing him early on in the season, like I feel like some people are just like, they haven't said anything about how well he's played. Like he's done really well. This is the Jalen Smith I expect. You know, 14 points in 16 or 17 minutes is what I expect from Jalen Smith, or I just not expect, but like this is not atypical for Jalen Smith. Like this is the type of stuff that we saw from him when he was playing earlier last season, where he would just kind of come in and just be instant offense. So yeah, this was good from Jalen Smith tonight. He did a really good job. You know, he hit his threes, which is mostly what he took. He probably got screwed out of some points on some offensive rebounds, but you know, that's another time for the officials and another day. But yeah, this was good from Jalen Smith. For sure, Giddey got forced to take at least 4 of those dead possessions that he had to take a grenade, try to get into nothing. Yeah, and it's like this is the reason why it's so important still, and maybe Giddey does become this guy, right? But like this whole everybody eats offense, it's like we definitely saw even in this comeback for the Bulls, we saw some of the limitations of it, right? There were definitely some guys that weren't 100% today. Like Kevin Huerter, like, you know, he had a pretty nice second half. He's not shooting great. Overall, like, it's not great from the field. Patrick Williams says, you know, this is probably like his first game where I have to say it was like, I mean, I didn't really feel much impact from P. Will tonight. But like, again, like 1 for 5 from the field. Like these sort of things add up, you know, like especially if it's an everybody eats offense, and like a guy like Buzelis, who we were all expecting to come in and like be really good this season, like if he's shooting 4 for 11, it's tough. Like, again, we're expecting everybody to come in and contribute. Hence why you need someone like Giddey to go out and do this sort of stuff, where it's just like, okay, you guys aren't scoring, like, I'm just going to take it now. I'm just going to take the possession in my hands, because clearly you guys aren't willing to just, like, help out right now. And, you know, it's props to the 76ers defense, especially in that first half, but it's also just, like, guys got to be better. If it's an everybody eats offense, like, you have to come in every day thinking that I'm going to go in and score a lot. Like, you have to be ready for that. Like, mentally, you have to be prepared that even if you're off the bench, that you might have to score 20 tonight. And like, because I mean, Io's done it. Like, why can't any other guys do it? But it's a limitation to it, because it shows that everyone has to be on. Now, depth wise, right? Like, with the way the league is going, like, there's an argument that it's better for, you know, games like this or throughout the season. And, you know, you have guys that, you know, you should have guys that can put the ball on the floor effectively, shoot the threes, like, they can make good decisions, and that's going to lead to some wins. But I always still say you need to have the guy. And Giddey was the guy tonight, right? He, like, when everything's going to shit, like, you still need a guy. Like, if the Bulls don't have Giddey tonight, or Giddey doesn't have, you know, 29 tonight, and it's still running the everybody eats offense, they don't win this game. Because you don't have a guy that's, like, taking the ball, just being like, all right, it's my turn. Like, you guys aren't doing enough. I have to take over here. And Giddey was flat out just keeping the Bulls in it in that second quarter where things were looking rough. So I appreciate everything that Giddey did today. Like, this was honestly one of the toughest games, I think, for Giddey in his career, because of where the team was in this game. Like, defensively, we're getting, like, absolutely wrecked. The offense was not going, it wasn't clicking early, right? It was a major struggle early in this game. And then Giddey didn't get a long break early in the game. Like, it was a very short break. Like, his first break was 1 minute and 8 seconds, and he had to come right back in because Donovan had to throw him back out there. And he did everything in his willpower just to keep the Bulls in this one, right? Like, that's tough. Like, that's a lot of responsibility on his shoulders, and he was able to come in and perform when it was tough, right? That's why he deserves a ton of credit for this one. Like, even the Bulls lost this, like, he absolutely deserves all the credit just for keeping them in it and coming out and just be like, all right, you guys are not scoring tonight, I'm scoring now. Someone has to put the ball in the bucket at some point, guys. So it's something that, like, we, you know, I'm always saying, I mean, I hope it's Giddey moving forward, but if it's not Giddey, then you always need this sort of guy, right? You need to have a guy to keep you in a game like this if stuff's not going down early. Love Trey Jones, incredible hustle, yeah. I love Trey Jones, man. He did a great job in the second half of getting offensive fouls called and getting some steals. Very, very valuable. ET, maybe his best 2 minutes of the season briefly, so I'll celebrate his first minutes on court this game. His first minutes on court was like, he got like the fast break layup, right? Like, you know, we'll take it. Giddey and also feels so awkward. He's a passer, not flashy, in the slightest with how those games are. I mean, yeah, but he'll have some good passes to those guys, hopefully, if it's gonna be one of those types of games. Oh, this is something that the Bulls can keep going. I mean, this is not sustainable in terms of being down, you know, giving up 75 points in the first half and then winning the game. That's not sustainable. You're not going to be able to do that every single game. It's just not a thing. But what I do hope is to see the Bulls that even if, let's say, they have like a not great first half, then they're going to stay in it, right? I feel like in that New York Knicks game, it wasn't that great of a first half. You gave us 68 points in that first half, and you got worse out of halftime, which was pretty disappointing to see. But this was the complete opposite, right? And I appreciate that. You didn't start the game good. It was pretty rough. But, you know, they were able to stay into this one and flip the script. And all of a sudden, defensively, they looked really great. Okoro and people both have similar offensive issues. Oh, they for sure do. But Patrick has been, you know, willing to shoot the three-point shot. And, like, tonight, I felt like he wasn't as much. So, I missed the last few streams. Thoughts on people's play so far. It's better. Like, much better compared to last season, even if the box score doesn't show it. The effort is there. You can tell that he has an emphasis just to shoot three-point shots, and that's what I want to see. I don't like the drives from him. I think him driving typically leads to turnovers or a missed layup. So I appreciate the effort to consistently just shoot three-point shots, and most of his shots have been from three-point range, which is great. And there's even some pull-up threes, right? Like, that's the Patrick Williams we need. The drives, unfortunately, I just don't think will ever get consistent in his career. He can prove me wrong here, but the biggest thing though is that it's like it just comes down to effort. It's the effort to shoot the shots that you're supposed to take, and obviously have like an absolute have a function out there, right? Your job is to go out there, and your offense is to shoot threes, and we've seen him set some decent screens, and he'll get like a mismatch and like try to seal his man down low, and so like that's a way to get some like a look inside without dribbling the basketball, right? So he's finding ways to be more efficient with his movements to get the shots that he's supposed to be looking for, and then defensively he's been much better to start the season. Tonight he had that one offensive rebound that was really great. Like he got like in the middle of like a bunch of guys, but other than that I don't really think there was much else to I guess he had a steal in that first half. I'll say like he had a steal. Or you know what, I'll take it back in terms of saying that was the only thing. He had 2 good defensive plays in the second quarter. He blocked, I think, Edgecombe, and then maybe it was Maxey, but he got a steal when they were trying to pass it to Embiid in that second half, or in that second quarter. But he did also have some rough moments in the first half, as did everyone else. But he's been better. I appreciate that. So like, I think honestly it's like the first game where I'm just like, it was kind of a dud. But yeah, like if it's your first game, I'm not gonna be too critical of it. I think Embiid wouldn't have had the stamina if he played more though. I think if he was gonna play the entire game, he would have been playing the amount of like stints, like the longer stints he played. But who knows? He might have honestly not just had the stamina, hence why he's still like on the minutes restriction, quote unquote. Giddey will lose at least a bunch of points per game when Kobe returns. So I still see it cooling closer to original 18 to 20 area, but I'm happy to dream a little bit at the moment. I mean, I personally don't want it to go down to that again, but if it does, then that's okay. Like he's very clearly shown that he's an effective player, even when he's only scoring like 18, with his rebounding and his 3-point shooting this season. So, like yeah, we'll live like that. And if that's the case, right, then I still think the Bulls need to go out and get a guy, or draft a guy, right? Whether maybe it's Buzelis, but you need to then have like your consistent 25 plus point per game scorer then. And unfortunately I don't think it's Kobe, but I hope it is Kobe at some point. I'm more impressed with the combo of that while keeping the assists and rebounds so high. It is really impressive, yeah. And like he's also like not like taking like 25 to like 27 shots or something like that. Like he's done this in a very efficient fashion. Free throws have helped. Like the free throws going up is great. But the 3-point shot going down, like I can't tell you how much that has completely changed how the defense looks at him now. You're seeing that they're playing up much higher up on screen and rolls, which allows them to get the drive to the basket easier, allows them to get downhill, right? And so like you're seeing like the aspects of it being more effective, right? And then also finishing at the rim better, which is desperately needed. I do feel like for some reason Buzelis isn't getting deserved foul calls. However, there are definitely some blown layups we need him to make. But then like maybe there is some aspects, but like let me tell you, for example, like that Maxey one, the one that Maxey blocked, that was clean. Okay, like that's just on Buzelis, or if you want to say it's just an insanely good play by Maxey, fair. But like I don't think that was a foul. I do think that Buzelis has gotten he kind of got screwed a little bit in that next game, but like there was a play earlier in the first half where he drove and like Embiid just kind of just took the ball from him, and I'm like, bro, like we can't have that. Like Embiid's not in any defensive stance. He's just using his hands. Like he's not defending, and like Buzelis just lost the ball. But like it's those moments where it's just like you have to be better. I thought the one that Embiid blocked late in that fourth quarter, that's just a play that Buzelis has to be better at. Like you have to finish that one. You can't, like you're 6'10" and Embiid is not moving great. Like I get Embiid if he's healthy, like he can block a lot of shots, but I thought that was one that he should have absolutely made in that fourth, unfortunately. But we're learning, y'all. I do think it would happen, but the realm of possibility that Giannis guards Giddey sounds scary. I think honestly there's a chance it does happen, because the way that the Bucks use Giannis is not as a, like they don't use him as a as like a perimeter defender. Like they use him as a rim protector in a sense, but like off ball. Like he's kind of like a roamer, so he'll most likely be on Okoro. But I think there is a world where they actually do put him on Giddey, just due to like some of the lack of size in their backcourt. But we'll see. There's just some very questionable foul calls to see with other players getting. I mean, look, Embiid and I think Maxey wasn't like egregious today. Like I think Embiid had some pretty like gifted calls, but like either way, I still think that even if we're like looking for the call, I'm like I think Buzell just has to find a way to score. He's 6'10". Like I don't think it was like anything like too like out of like he got like absolutely just killed or something on the play and we didn't get the call. I'm more than willing to call out officials at any moment, and I think there were definitely some calls tonight where Embiid just kind of got away with something, but I'm like, Buzell has got to be better, man. Like I'm sorry. The on-court just means fouls get called on soft stuff, but maybe I'm just an Embiid hater and he's the real player. I call it actual free throw merchant. I mean, you could definitely argue that for sure. I think there's other people, but yeah. The Milwaukee Bucks got hammered tonight by Toronto. Bulls need to be careful next game. Bucks gonna play with high energy after tonight. Bucks lost by 28. Ooh, okay. I actually did not know that. I didn't know the Bucks actually got destroyed by Toronto. So that's actually I guess it's right here. Yeah. So if you're wondering, okay, like the way the Bucks play, it's very similar to how the Bulls play. Okay, it's high tempo. They shoot a lot more threes than the Bulls do. But like it's high tempo. It's like everybody eats. Like you're seeing. And this is not a good game to look at, I guess, because they didn't play the entire game. But like you're seeing like Doc is like he's kind of like mixing and matching guys. Like he's getting bench minutes for these guys. So yeah, we gotta be careful, bro. Like that game seems very losable for the Bulls just because like everything for the Bulls this season has been about their depth, like strength in numbers and everything. But the way the Bucks play is very similar. So. I don't think we're gonna outrun the Milwaukee Bucks, so you're gonna have to be very careful. He's gonna struggle to be an all-star for sure. It's definitely tough with the amount of guards. I just don't know how we're gonna be counting the guys this season, like how many for the East, how many for the West, but it's gonna be tough for him to make it. But I have faith that he'll make it right now, especially Trae Young being out. I guess we don't know how long honestly Trae's gonna be missing because it's timetables, but like we'll see. But I have faith. Brunson, yeah. Those two also do foul bait in a sense, but as long as it's around, right? Like if it's not, that hasn't changed, right? The foul baiting that we complain about, I've been saying this, like I hate it, but as long as it's still here, then you need to take advantage of it, or if you're on defense, you have to be aware of it. Like I think Giddey has done a good job with the way that he is drawing fouls. It's kind of similar to how those guys do it, where they just kind of throw their, like he's just throwing his body into guys at times and he'll get the call. Like that's how those guys do it too. So like as long as it's in the rules, right, and the officials are calling it, then I feel like everyone should try to take advantage of it, and Giddey's done a good job of taking advantage of it. But yeah, like it's annoying as hell watching those guys, but it's the rules, right? You breathe too hard on certain players and the rest are gonna call it. Oh, I mean, yeah, like SGA gets it all the time, but it is what it is. Like we have to just be aware of it. Like again, as long as it's in the rule book, then you have to be aware. But I think both those two games, he had good effort rushing down court for those passes. Oh, Smith's been great in transition. I think he's done a good job. I feel like Trae has had a good three ball so far this year, but he almost refuses to pull the trigger sometimes. Trae has shot an insane percentage from three-point range to start the season. You're right, Tyler. Like he shot an insane percentage. It's otherworldly, honestly. Like he came into tonight shooting 60% from three-point range. That's not going to continue, unfortunately. He's a career 31% three-point shooter. So I don't blame him for not taking it, but yeah, he needs to take it sometimes for sure. There's definitely times he needs to take it. In half-court slow play moments, I prefer Kobe take the ball over Giddey, even though I value Giddey much more, especially the rest of the game. I will have to see. Like Giddey has done, like the half-court is still a little bit scary for me when it comes to Giddey, but yeah, we will see. If the three-point shot's going down, I have more faith for Giddey, but it's gonna be tough. Like I do agree that the half-court is still in favor of someone else having the ball in their hands. But as long as the Bulls are playing at this tempo, then Giddey's gonna have the ball a lot, right? Lots of Billy's coaching so far. If Bulls keep winning, is he in the coach of the year conversation? Well, yeah. If the Bulls are top of the East, then like he'll always be in that conversation. But I think overall Billy has done a pretty good job. There's a play today that I was pretty pissed off at that I'm going to talk about that I think was a miscue from him. He's had slight miscues, and because we're Bulls fans and because I watch every game, like I have the right to call out certain like tiny things. because I think they do add up at the end of the day. But it's gonna. I'll talk about it, but I think overall Billy's done a really good job. Like that ATO that he drew up that last play for Vucevic was great. Like that was perfect. I think Billy's done overall a good job with the rotations to try to, like, he is trying to emphasize, like, you know, depth and everything, and like everybody eats, but like, you know, in a game like this, like I can't have Giddey off the floor. Like he was legitimately the only guy scoring for a little bit. So like I sincerely applaud him for breaking his rotations and just being like, okay, well, screw this. Like if like he pulled Buzelis twice today, right, in the first quarter, and I think Buzelis deserved it. But I also think kind of a lot of people also deserved it. But Buzelis is expected to be a really good defender, right? And we saw him not being good defensively in the first quarter. So like the rest of the squad, but you know, Buzelis has a little bit higher standard, right? But yeah, it's something that Billy has done well early on. Has been the rotations have been overall pretty solid. They're going to be huge. Help getting Io back. I agree. Yeah, Bulls might crash a quarter every game, but seem to be able to assure this season is going to be fun, likely wild ride. I mean, as long as the Bulls continue to play with the pace that they're playing, I have faith this is going to continue to be a fun year. I am a little bit concerned overall about the lack of 3-point shots that we are taking to start the season. I think that is something that we need to start looking at. Now, don't get me wrong, the Bulls are making enough of them to start the season. Like that's not something that like I'm looking at as like, oh, it's gonna be horrific. But like, you know, shooting 34 threes a game or 35 and you're shooting 40%, like I don't think you're gonna shoot 40% for the rest of the season. But it's a great start, obviously, but I do want to see us get back up closer to 40 if we could. I understand a lot of people don't want that, but for me, I think we should see that personally. Kobe coming back will be huge for that, but I do like seeing more threes overall, because I definitely think that there's moments where we could take threes and we just haven't. But the volume of Kobe's 3-point shooting should help increase that. He had to lead literally every part of the offense more than usual for sure. Oh my god, bro! Like there was a moment in that second quarter where I was just like I feel like Giddey just like did everything like in like back to back plays where it was like he was like a one-man fast break. He, you know, got like a steal or something. I'm trying to remember, but like it was like again like, he got the rebound, like pushed it himself and got down the floor and made the bucket. And then next possession he threw it down the floor correctly and got someone a bucket. It's just like it just I was like, bro, like can someone help him? Like it's just. I'm like, why? It felt like genuinely Giddey was the only guy that was like kind of carrying at one point. And I'm like, guys, like you just had a bad game against the Knicks. Like you can't come out like this defensively. And don't get me wrong, I think Giddey didn't have like the best moments defensively either in that first, but at least he was giving me something on offense. So compared to some of these other guys, well, SGA and Giannis on the same team for internationals, I could see them deciding they will play properly enough to win. Oh yeah, honestly, that is honestly a good point. Yeah, bro. Honestly, I totally forgot that's the way that we're gonna be doing internationals. Oh boy. Okay. Now that because you said internationals, now I'm trying to think of how many guys. Like there's a lot of guys for internationals. That's gonna be tough. Our odds in the U.S. players caring about the win. I agree with that. I just now I actually think it will be really tough for Giddey to make it. Yeah, we'll see how they do the All-Star pickings. It's gonna be interesting this season. Bulls have been down double digits a lot this young season. Had to come back. That takes a toll. It definitely takes a toll. Like it's not a consistent way of winning, right? Like we were down double digits in the Atlanta Hawks game. We won that one. We which game was it? No, we were up against the Magic. My bad. Yeah, we were also down double digits against the Sacramento Kings. Now that's a team that I have faith you can come back against, but the Bulls came back in that second quarter and cut it to 2. Like it's. You know, it's something. Like it's good to see that the Bulls are still always fighting when things go bad, but it's not something that like I think we can just consistently do. Like we were obviously down a lot against the New York Knicks on Sunday, and we didn't come back in that one. Like it honestly to me it got worse in that second half. So it just shows you like this. You can't do this every game, right? We need to not do that every game. We need to get off the better starts compared to these last 2 games. Digging yourselves a 15-point like hole or whatever it was, or it was 18, Like that's not easy, right? That's tough. So let's not continue to do that. Just let's be better to start the game moving forward, and let's not give up offensive rebounds and stuff like that. But obviously, hell of a job fighting back tonight. I'm really glad to see that everyone fought back tonight, and Giddy was again the only reason why we're sticking around in this one for a little bit. Need to start a provocative narrative for that game to players and a small win prize. Oh yeah, I don't know, honestly. I don't know what they're gonna do. He also chase all the pennies. He would. Sorry, I know I'm behind on chat, guys. I'm catching up though. Kobe's one of the only people on the Bulls that can create his own shot. I agree. Now Giddy has also kind of shown that in terms of just driving downhill, and getting a shot. Buzelis has again shown some flashes. But Kobe is definitely the guy I would rely on the most in terms of creating his own shot. And I mean that in terms of like everywhere on the floor. Like he can either create a layup, he can create a 3-point look, he can create a mid-range shot. Like I have faith that he's the best at it. That does not mean he's great at it though. His pull-up game needs work. But I have the most faith with his dribbling ability and his overall skill that he is the best at creating his own shot. But to me, unfortunately, it's not at the level where I want it to be for someone on this squad. But again, he has every ability to prove me wrong this season, because he's proven me wrong consistently throughout these years. And so this is another time to prove me wrong. Giannis would work well against Giddy, I believe, defensively. It honestly might. Yeah, I don't know what the Bucks are gonna be doing. So yeah, I'm scared about this next game for the Bulls. We do have 2 days off, but like I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Well, actually, we've seen it a bunch when it has happened on OKC and Australia versus Greece. It's not a good matchup for Giddy. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's information I did not know. So yeah, that's gonna be. That was finally one. The day we get the announcement that Zion's out for 7 to 10 days. Yeah, they won finally. Maxey and Brunson are locked for guards to me in the East. Yeah. It's Maxey, Brunson, Mitchell, right? Those are like the absolute 100% locks. Now, I don't know how they're gonna be doing it this season, but it's gonna be very interesting to look at how they're gonna be like exactly doing it. But yeah, it's Maxey, Brunson. Sorry, Maxey, Brunson, Mitchell are the locks for the Eastern Conference in terms of the guard spot. Now, I mean, after that, it's gonna be interesting, right? Like, there's like I don't know what exactly we're gonna be seeing from Darius Garland. He's a guy that's coming back tomorrow, so that's gonna be a guy to look at. Again, we don't know how long Trae Young's gonna be out. Like, I mean, I know he's gonna be out for a while, but I just if he's only out for really only 4 weeks, then like I think there's a chance for him. So there's that. Now LaMelo's a wild card because LaMelo is playing great in a sense, but like the team's not exactly doing the best at the moment. And then like the Celtics are gonna be this weird wild card for me because like if Derek White all of a sudden becomes like really solid and the Celtics like actually become like okay, then like he's also just another contender. I just don't know exactly if that's the way we're gonna be doing it this season, where we're like picking certain amount of guards from each conference, which I feel like we should. But yeah, it's gonna be tough. Yeah, Maxey, Brunson, Cade, and Mitchell. God, did I forget Cunningham? I forgot Cunningham. Yeah, that's 4 guards already. That's the tough part. We have not mentioned Tyler Hero, who's still out, right? So that's another guard. So luckily Halliburton's out this season, and I guess Jaylen Brown is considered a forward now. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they just kind of add it all up at this point. I want Io back. Kobe, take your time. I mean, I want Io back as well, bro. I mean, he's been incredible. When Charles, bro, when we found out that Io was out, I was like, oh god, like I don't feel good. I feel awful about this game. And early on, I was like, yeah, like Maxey's killing us. Like, makes sense. Like, it's just. Not having another guy just to kind of throw on someone like Maxey, it's tough. Appreciate Belly for sure putting Gideon on extra and early as it was needed. Agree. Oh yeah, it was definitely needed. Okay, not worrying about the amount of threes rather than taking open ones and responding to the deep packing paint on drives or not. Yeah, I mean the Bulls have been pretty good, I think, in terms of scoring in the paint this season. Like I think I'm correct about this. Yeah, we're up here. So I mean, this was one of my predictions that we were going to be up this high. So, like, as long as they continue to do this, then, like, it's fine. I'm just a little bit concerned that it won't continue, but maybe I should have more faith that this is going to continue. And if that's going to continue, then, like, we gotta find ways to get to the free throw line. You know, Giddey's doing a good job, but, like, we're down here in terms of free throw attempts per game right now. So this is an area that needs to go up for the Bulls if we're going to be, like, attacking the paint consistently. And, like, 35 threes is enough. Like, that's plenty. That Giddey, I bet you mentioned he looked right in the face with big minutes already. Yeah. I can tell Giddey was being, like, taxed in that first half, bro. But, like, we needed it. Like, no one else was doing anything, it felt like. International stars are the best 5 players in the world. Luka, SGA, Giannis, Wemby, and Jokic. Oh my god, bro. I mean, yeah. I think it's honestly arguably the best 5. Bro, I completely forgot about Luka, and I don't know why. I feel so stupid about Luka being not on my radar. Like, duh, Luka. Who, by the way, is still averaging 41 points per game. Like, he's still above 40, even though he just had like a 24-point game or something like that. Like, he's still above 40 points per game, by the way. But yeah, I don't know honestly how it's gonna work out after that, because then like there's all these other guys too. Where is Luka not? Luka's not on this yet because of lack of games played. Okay. Yeah, Maxi's at 34.4, by the way. Jesus Christ, man. Maxi, like, he had a rough end to that game, but like, dear Lord, this dude's insane. Like, Maxi is moving at like a different level this season, and yeah, we won today, but I'm like genuinely scared still about the 76ers moving forward. Like, they honestly look insane. Still. Oh yeah, here's Luka, still at 41.3 points per game, by the way. Like, I don't know how this dude's doing it, but he's at 41.3. By the way, he's shooting 29% from 3-point range. So that just shows you that it's not just the 3-ball going down. It has to aim to compete with Jamal Murray for late spot. Oh god, man. Jamal Murray's also a guy. Oh, it's 2 international teams, so maybe a shot. Oh, is it actually 2? Okay, that's actually great. Yeah, then Giddey should have a really good shot then. Does Joel now count as USA or international? I don't know how that's gonna work, honestly. That's a really good question. Because he just won gold medal for USA. But yeah, I don't know. I'd be interested to see. I don't know if he'll get enough minutes, but that's a good shout. But I'm gonna guess USA. I think Kobe coming back will have good impact on Booz Ellis and Giddey offensively. I hope it does. There's a world it doesn't, but in theory it should. I just know with Kobe, like, I just feel bad for what he's about to go through here, because he's gonna be out for like the next couple of weeks, right? And so maybe the Bulls go on like a pretty bad streak in the next couple of weeks here, but with the way the Bulls have started this season, like, I mean, we'll see. It's a tough schedule coming up here, but like, I think Kobe's gonna come back, and like, he's not gonna be like playing like full games, but like the Bulls might just like go on like a rough patch or something, or like, you know, maybe the offense just doesn't look as crisp as it's looked, you know, in like earlier games this season, and like people are gonna start blaming him. Like, I hope people are not like, you know, that thick-headed to kind of like just start blaming him when he's not 100% yet, and like not 100% in game shape, like he's in minutes restrictions, everything. But yeah, I hope we're not gonna go to that level, but that's what I'm a little bit worried about, is that like he's gonna come back at like a wrong time, and like the team just suddenly is just like not looking the best. But ideally he's gonna come back and help the squad and help offensive. I assume Joel counts as USA because otherwise too many international centers already to add, like Alfie. Oh my god, Şengün too. Oh my god, bro. Towns and Siakam for power forward. Siakam, I think, will definitely be on there. I think the Pacers are not going to be at the bottom of the East for the rest of the season. Like, I just don't think they're going to be like this. But I mean, hell, they have so many out. As long as so many people are out, then they will be. But I mean, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Bronze, Lowry, yeah, I think those are 2 guys for sure. Might not be peak for that role, but he also is all the team has in critical. Oh yeah, I mean, you can tell the Bulls have also just missed Io's attacking the rim like ability. Like, you can tell on some of these offensive possessions where he'd be out there, it's like, you know, you'll see like Patrick Williams try to drive, doesn't get anywhere, and then they'll throw out to Kevin Huerter and he doesn't get anywhere. It's like, that's rough. Like, we need someone that can actually get to the basket and finish. It can't just be Giddey, and it can't just be Vucevic. Like, it has to be someone else as well. Is it weird that I think I saw years ago before Simmons' season that he sat out for Simmons said Maxey was going to be an all-star? That's honestly insane by you because I never thought Maxey was going to ever be this good. But Maxey is moving different, bro. Like, again, he struggled at the end of this one, but I was just like, watching him, I'm like, oh, dear Lord. Like, there are so many moments where he created an open three-point shot, and I'm like, how the hell did he do that? Like, there was just so many moments throughout this game that I was just in awe of how Maxey created space, or he got to the rim. And I'm like, all right, yeah, this dude is he is just in a completely different world right now, with how this team is playing. So, I'm very scared moving forward because like the 76ers, like you would think that they'd be dead. I don't know what level of Embiid we're ever gonna see moving forward, but like the thing is that's just so insane to me is that it seems like the 76ers have already kind of moved on. Like, even if Embiid does come back pretty good, it seems like that they're really willing to just give the ball to Maxey and just be like, yo, just go. Like, that's like, it honestly is just so insane just to look at this, and I'm like, bro, like, Maxey is, like, he the way he moves right now is, like, he's like, top 10 right now in this league. In terms of, like, best players. Like, that's like, he's arguably up there. But yeah, like Embiid's a guy that as long as he's been healthy, I've considered him top 10. But like it honestly seems like Maxey's like also like considerably top 10, and like that's like scary as hell. I think Edgecombe's just gonna continue just to get better, and we're talking future years here, but like I honestly think that the 76ers are gonna be okay. Getting Edgecombe was humongous for them. They tanked their way into Edgecombe, so good job by them to keep their pick and get Edgecombe. Like, McCain just got back, and obviously McCain looked awful today, but like it's his first game back and playing in like many months. But like Maxey's insane, and if Embiid's like a shell of himself, but is still able to give you like 20 and 10, like Miami Heat Shaq in a sense, like I just look at that team and I'm like, wow, like if only they just didn't have a $200+ million Paul George contract on this roster, then they'd honestly be in like an insanely good spot. But I mean, even if PG can just kind of find a way to just come back and give some sort of like positive effort, which I don't know at this point, but like Oubre is like a really solid player. Like they actually have like decent bench players and like Quentin Grimes. Like they actually have guys over there. And I'm like, yo, like this team's actually like really good all around. Yeah, it's a matter of health. So we'll see. It's 2 international teams of 8 players each, right? Yeah, I feel like Giddey should make it. Again, he has to continue playing this well, but like I feel like he should. I'm probably forgetting so many other international guys though, like Şengün's a guy that I could just I wiped that from my mind for some reason. So yeah, I'm probably forgetting a lot of guys right now in terms of international that I'm like, maybe not, maybe he doesn't make it. But, like I feel like he should. But I don't know. We could go through it maybe later in the stream. We need time for defensive end to help boozing Giddey offensive game enough so the points and fast break don't dive. Yeah, it's gonna be a full kind of work through of like trying to hide Kobe, and then Okoro should ideally help that, but I don't know. So it's like hide Kobe effort, but yeah, I think he needs to help. Kobe up is tight closing minutes of the game with slow offense. Yeah, Kobe's great on the fast break. Well, I mean, yeah, Kobe is insanely good on the fast break. I think it's more so just like if it's like slower tempo, like who are we giving the ball to, right? It's gonna be probably Kobe in the half court. Don't get me wrong, Giddey did a good job today. We definitely did like the prior possession before the Bulls hit the 3-point shot with Vucevic. Like we saw some struggles from Giddey in that half court set. So it's like that's where Kobe is gonna be vital. Obviously Kobe's gonna be insane in the fast break. So Maxey really is fat. Oh bro, Maxey's a blur. The bonus doesn't make All-Star. Rudy, Zubac, KP, and no shines. Have no shot on their declines as previous ones. I have faith that Zubac will get better. I agree though with Rudy and KP right now. They don't look like they're on par for figuring it out. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing how it's gonna work out for those guys. Like I don't have any faith in them becoming like something good suddenly, because like Rudy, Rudy's offense just kills me. Like his defense is always gonna be solid, even if he's like no longer like Hall of Fame level defense anymore. His defense is still good, but it's just like his lack of offense kills me, bro. His hands are not that great. I honestly think the Timberwolves would be in a better spot, but if they just had a better offensive center. But I don't know. I mean, I understand his defense is vital. Forgot all about PG. I think a lot of us have forgotten about PG. Don't worry. But yeah, he is on that squad, making a ton of money to sit at home right now. But I mean, bro, I hope Paul George gets healthy. Like, I've been one of the biggest Paul George fans since I started watching basketball. And so to see him not like playing well, it hurts me. But I also just can tell like father time is caught to him. And it might just be hitting him hard. So he needs to find a way to get healthy and be better. If there's anything left in the tank. Like, I feel like honestly for the 76ers, like this has to be one of those years. Like, you gotta go all out and trying to like win the season. Assuming Embiid's like healthy enough. Like, again, I'm not asking for MVP Embiid. Ideally that'd be great, but if he can't be that, then I need to be Miami Heat Shaq, and you know, just be kind of second fiddle, but be really good. This is a big comeback win by the Bulls tonight. This is a fun Bulls team to listen to this year. It is definitely very fun if they're, you know, actually playing some defense and they keep up the tempo. But yeah, I mean, assuming this tempo keeps up and you know, Giddey's still playing the way he is, like, it'll be definitely very fun. I'm still hoping for more development from Buzelis. Like, I think that's like one of the things that's kind of limited some fun to start the season. Like, I want to see better play from him after a great preseason, but he's obviously had some great moments, but we need to see continued development from him. Just learned Kamara, one of my MIP candidates of Giddey and Laravia are around, so don't shock everyone too much now. I mean, yeah, that's also not a bad shot. I mean, bro, I think Rollins is like the way that Rollins is playing is he's in a really good spot. I know Laravia also is, you know, he just had a game, but Rollins right now is looking pretty solid. I won't lie. How's Eamon Thompson doing? I have not watched many Rockets games since the opener, so I don't really know. I've kind of seen just the box scores. I'm assuming he's been good. I mean, that's a game. Holy hell, that's a hell of a game. I mean, he's averaging 17, so yeah, we will see. It'll be interesting to see how he'll be graded, but it's honestly not a bad shout for him. But yeah, we'll see how he's graded. All right, I want to show a couple things tonight in terms of film breakdown. So once again, I just want to say to everyone that has tuned into the stream, thank you for all tuning in. Very fun overall Bulls win we were talking about here. Honestly, kind of a miracle that they pulled this one off, because God, bro, that first half I was so annoyed. That first quarter was so depressing. I was pissed off at everybody. I was like, guys, you just had a really bad overall game in Madison Square Garden. We got to be better than this, y'all. We got to find a way to not just be this terrible to start the game. And there was a point also in that second quarter where I was just like, man, I don't think we're gonna see the effort at any point, but we finally found a way in the third quarter to start giving the effort defensively, and it turned it around. So good job by everyone tonight. So couple things. First off, if you did not know, the 76ers had 9 offensive rebounds at halftime. That got limited to only 3 in the second half, so good job there. 76ers only had 9 threes in the first half. It was limited to just 2 in the second half. No threes made in the fourth quarter, so good job by the Bulls to turn that around. The Bulls, in terms of turnovers tonight, they were getting wrecked early, right? But then their defense was able to create turnovers later, so it evened it out a little bit more towards the end. This is still not great to see. 18 is not a good number, but we saw that the turnover battle started to flip, like get more balance when the defense started to pick up. So good job there. So there's a couple things I want to show tonight. Unfortunately, some are bad because, like, I mean, that first half, bro, I was just like, God Almighty, like, guys, we can't continue to do this. Like, there was no effort. There was a very limited amount of guys looking to actually pick up guys in transition. But I do want to show some plays, a play specifically at the beginning of the game that I was like, hey, that's familiar. And it comes to the Bulls defense. And so like this is going to be a play that it doesn't end in a great result, but it's good to see the Bulls have learned from their New York Knicks game, basically. So I want to show this one. Tots is playing well for sure. I would have liked them to give more time to develop the PG minutes. Even if they are not heavy playing the double big, still just not opening with it. Yeah, that's... it'd be interesting to see how that would have worked out, but like also like has Reed Shepherd played better? Like, I've heard that he's played better, so _17 the first, yeah. After this stream, which I'm not gonna be going until midnight, guys, tonight. That's just not gonna happen. But I do want to watch the second half of this game. So if you are sticking around until my stream ends, first off, thank you. But I do want to go and watch this game. This is a really good game on national television tonight. So watch it if you can. But yeah, so I want to show this play for you guys because it's not necessarily about the result of the play, okay, which it ends in a maxi 3, but I want to show this play because I think it's a good showing that the Bulls made some adjustments, okay, and they learned from their some bad moments in the first game or in the second game against the Knicks, okay, and so I'm gonna pull up a play here from the New York Knicks game to show you exactly the play I'm talking about, and then we're gonna go and show a play it's almost identical to what happened on defense for the Bulls, and just show how they addressed it. Okay, and so I hope I first and foremost, okay, I'm gonna think that I'm not like as big to the point where like some random employee for like the Milwaukee Bucks or something is gonna be watching my stream and like I'm giving out the Bulls defensive secrets or something, but I'm gonna hope that's not the case, but I guess there is that possibility. So if that does happen, I'm sorry, Billy Donovan, but like I feel like that it shouldn't. But it is something I guess that could happen. But if it does, I'm sorry. It really shouldn't though. That shouldn't be. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and show a specific play here from the New York Knicks, and that is not the one. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find the timestamp. I know the shot. I just don't know the timestamp. And oh, there it is. Wait. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So here's a play I'm gonna be looking at for the Bulls against the New York Knicks. I'm gonna keep this film limited today, film session limited, because last stream got hit with heavy copyrights. So we're gonna be doing as much as we can to avoid that today, including not going full screen, because that's a way to maybe try to avoid it. It's pissing me off with the amount of copyrights I've been hit with to start this year. So, all right. So there was a play that I broke down on Sunday that I was looking at this Bulls defense. I was like, I wonder what we're gonna be doing on this sort of action that I'm about to show you from the New York Knicks. Okay, and it's this sort of action right here. So forget this for a second. Okay, but what I'm gonna be showing you here is this. This is what we call empty drag. Okay. Empty drag, you see that the strong side corner is completely empty, hence why we call it empty. This is a typical drag screen sort of being set here by Towns. And when you watch how the Bulls had to defend this, it was pretty problematic because it seemed like the Bulls didn't know what they were doing on this specific defensive play. Okay, and so here's the reversal screen from Towns here, and this causes a issue for the Bulls because Towns is a good three-point shooter, right? And so Vucevic has to help out on this specific pick and roll because there's no one over here to help, right? So Vuce has to come on over and help out on this pick and roll until Patrick Williams can recover. But what this then opens up is Karl-Anthony Towns being wide open at three-point line. As the play develops here, you're going to see that Giddey decides he's going to take Towns, right? And with this happening, it's like, okay, well, then someone has to take Bridges. The problem is, though, is that you look at where these two defenders are. Like, Vooch or Williams is going to have to then run out to somebody, right? But even if, let's say, for example, Williams, like, let's say that the rotation is this. Like, Giddey takes Towns, Trey Jones takes Bridges, and then like you see Patrick run all the way out to Anunoby. Then there's a massive mismatch here with Vucevic being on Jalen Brunson. And I'm like, I personally do not like that sort of idea. I think that's not a good decision, if that is what we decide to do. But let me just show you the rest of this play here, okay? So you see here that both Vucevic and Giddey are running to Towns, okay? They're both so worried about the three-point shot from Karl-Anthony Towns here, the pick and pop, that no one then is picking up Mikal Bridges. And so, like, you know, we talked about the option of, like, okay, well, everyone needs to kind of rotate one where Vuce then picks up this guy. You know, Patrick stays on Jalen Brunson. You'd have to see, like, a massive rotation from these guys. That was the option, but then, you know, just to finish off this play here, it's like, okay, well, this is obviously terrible. Like, this is not good enough defense by the Bulls. You very clearly tell that no one's on the same page. Like, you have two guys running out to Towns. Like, it's an issue. Okay. Now, let me show you what happened tonight. And honestly, I can understand where the Bulls are coming from. But the biggest reason why I'm just showing you this is just that, hey, we made an adjustment and it worked. You can tell that the team was on the same page, and I appreciate that because it shows that the Bulls have very clearly looked at that sort of play and were like, hey, this is an issue. Let's run this sort of defense. Okay. I'm looking to see. Yeah, it's really. So, like we said earlier, right? Let's watch this play. So it's a very similar set here for the 76ers, right? You have screen here, okay, from the 76ers. You have Embiid, who can also shoot the threes, and he can pick and pop, but you see it's empty corner, right? Empty strong side corner, so it's basically empty drag screen. And you see what the Bulls decide to do, okay? And I appreciate that at least this is the game plan now. I don't know if I necessarily agree with the idea of the game plan, but I just appreciate that everyone's on the same page for this, okay? So you do see that everyone decides to sort of cheat over on this play, which is what we honestly didn't see too much of it. But you see Okoro came off of Edgecombe, right? Okoro came off of Edgecombe. Giddey is not caring about Walker at this point. He's coming on over to pre-rotate, and so that leaves Buzelis then right here. Buzelis is going to be stuck here, and if the ball gets, you know, thrown across the court, okay, then Buzelis has to be the first guy to go to the ball, right? So whether it gets thrown to Oubre, whether it's thrown to VJ Edgecombe, he goes to the ball, okay? But you see here what the Bulls decide to do. Instead of both Jones and Vucevic going to the ball handler here, and both of them are then stuck in the corner, right? You just see the Bulls just switch it, okay? And so you then see what the Bulls decide to do after the switch is that they're heavy loading up on the side. Like, Giddey is still, like, pre-rotated over. Like, you see, like, Okoro's here. Like, he's not even worried about what's happening on the weak side. It's basically just saying, like, okay, we're willing to switch this, but we're pre-rotating, okay? Now, unfortunately, this ends up being a Maxey three-point step-back shot that is drained from him, which is just, you know, Maxey's insane. But the mismatch is not ideal, but you can tell the Bulls were, like, in a ready help position that if Vooch got blown by, for example, which was very possible for Maxey, that, like, Giddey's there to help, like, Okoro's ready to help. That's what we're going to be doing, I guess. So, I wanted to show you guys, like, on a very, you know, play that killed the Bulls in the Knicks game, okay, like, in an empty drag with Brunson on that side, you know, cleared out strong side corner, that the Bulls didn't know what they were doing. But instead, in this game, like, there was very clearly set game plan. The mismatch is not great, but if you have everybody ready, like how Giddey was and how Okoro was, I think it can kind of work. I don't know if I recommend it, but I'm just happy there's at least a game plan, and we didn't, you know, let MB get, like, a wide open three-point look out of it, or, you know, maybe, like, Okoro would rotate, but then, like, there's an open three-point shooter here, right? So I'm just glad that that's not happening, at least. So it's something that I'm going to keep an eye on moving forward, and we will be seeing how this is going to work out at the end of it. Now, unfortunately, I want to talk about this play at the very end here. So that's a defensive possession. I think the Bulls, at least I'm glad that they figured it out. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the bad defensive possession we had to end this game. and then I want to talk about the game winner from Vucevic and show what Buzelis did. I think was pretty solid. So this was very interesting by Nick Nurse. I won't lie. Okay. I appreciate the creativity from Nick Nurse on this, but it is also very interesting to not really involve this guy who is right now very clearly your best player. But he decided to just use Maxey as a complete decoy and just have him just in the backcourt and just being like completely out of this to just make this a 4v4 and give more space to these guys operating in the front court here. So typical, like this is very typical. Like guy starts here, goes over here. Guy starts here, goes to the other corner. Like this, that is just typical stuff here. And so Grimes is now the guy though that is getting the screen here, and you just see Maxey is just here, right? I don't know what the Bulls are doing. I understand why you would not switch this because there's only 3.2 seconds left, or there's 3.2 seconds left remaining. That's a lot of time. But you there's got to be something better here, right? I do think Embiid obviously pushed here, but if you're Buzelis, I think going under this screen here is an absolute just a terrible idea. I was very, very, very annoyed with how Buzelis defended this play. I think you have to go over because you even if Embiid is grabbing you, you still need to go over to try to prevent the 3-point shot here. Okay, and he decided to go under, and I'm like, holy shit, what are you doing? And it led to this, and thank God he missed it. But I'm sure all of us were holding our breath. That we're like, oh God, he got a wide open look out of this. So I just want to point this out because when I saw this, I was just like, yo, like Buzelis just completely failed on that screen. Again, I understand why you didn't switch this because like if they catch the ball with 3 seconds, like that's a lot of time. Like you can definitely get a dribble off and get the shot up. And so, you know, you don't want Vooch on like a severe mismatch. But holy shit, like if you're Buzelis, bro, this has to be a learning moment. You cannot go under the screen in this sort of situation. You're up 2, and you should know for a team that's on the road that they're gonna be looking to go for the win. Like it's just a like unwritten rule. Like you cannot go under that screen. That is a terrible decision to go under the screen right here if you're Buzelis. You have to go over. And so we will take this. We'll take the missed shot. But that is a very good 3-point shooter that just got a wide open look to end this game. And luckily, we did not get burned by it. So, I'm aware of Embiid, grabbed him. Like, I get it. Like, I'm very much aware. But you got to go over that. I'm sorry. You just have to. Prevent the 3 if you can. So, I want to point that out. Go on, Noah. How did the Bulls win today? Bro, it was honestly Giddey keeping them in the game. And the defense finally turned up. It was a horrible first half, like awful. But the defense turned up. They very clearly tired out Maxey, and Embiid missed a lot of shots. So we will take Embiid going like 1 for 8 in the second half. Because honestly, if he just hit like 2 more of those shots, or you know, Vooch didn't poke the ball away a couple times, I think the Bulls honestly lose this one. But you know, we did it. We did just enough. We did it. But yeah, it was honestly just a complete flip of how the Bulls were playing in the first half. Like first half was like no defense was being played, giving up offensive rebounds, not defending the 3-point line, not defending the paint. Giddey was like the only guy scoring on offense. To then second half, the defense turned up. We saw the Bulls get out of fast break more. No offensive rebounds really given up. There was like only 3 given up in that second half. Preventing the 3-point shot consistently, right? That was humongous. We did not allow Maxey just to start, you know, jacking up 3s and just draining them on us. So the Bulls did a really good job to prevent the 3-point shot in that second half. Paint defense was better. We gave up 16 points in the paint in the second half compared to 30. But yeah, overall though, it was a 3-point defense, I think was the thing. You definitely noticed the Bulls having someone shade usually getting closer to the post when they had those in similar situations. Oh yeah, so the defensive play, yeah. So it's interesting to see the Bulls kind of just shade that, like on the defensive play that I showed you. And I like to see that sort of like pre-rotate in a sense, but again, everyone has to be on the same page, bro. Like we got to see these guys be on the same page, and I'm just happy that they're on the same page there. So very clearly, like there was a concerted effort to fix that sort of play. So I'm happy that we saw it. I get you playing an all-star now? Yeah, for sure. Pause moment you have there doesn't look good for rebound of it too. Oh, like right here, like right now? Yeah. But the clock ran out, so we'll take it. Oh, wait. Are you behind, Charles? Oh, you're behind. Okay, got it. Honestly, the clock didn't run out. There was 0.7, actually. You know, good job by Vucevic. He tipped it out. Yeah, this is, ooh. This definitely could have been played a lot better for the Bulls here. I mean, honestly, I think honestly what Nick Nurse did here, like, it is interesting that you didn't involve this guy, but like you did everything right. You got the shot up quick, you got a wide open 3-point look out of it, and then you also did give Embiid and others like a chance that if it on the miss here, like ball hits rim and it's coming off the rim with 1.2 seconds left remaining. Okay, like that's plenty of time. This clock's slower, so like that's a lot of time. So like you gave yourselves a chance here that off the miss that you could get this, and good job by Vooch to actually just hit this back out. So I thought actually the clock ran out. That's honestly, you know, Nick Nurse did a hell of a job with this play, and it executed it well. It just didn't go down. And the Bulls did a good job of preventing the offensive rebound, because that could definitely just be a tip in easily, but thank God that didn't happen. All right, I want to show this play here. We're gonna go to the ATO for the Bulls to get the Vucevic 3-point shot. So again, a hell of a job by Giddey to get downhill in this sort of situation. And he was able to do the perfect pass to Vucevic. So I like it automatically. I like what we're doing, if you're wondering. Okay, so you know, Buzella starts here, Herter starts here. We saw the little away action for Giddey to come and get the ball. Okay, but you're automatically seeing as Giddey catches this ball that everyone's moving, right? So Buzella's turn is going this way. Herter clearly is coming up. Like it's very good automatically off the start for the Bulls. Okay. Oh my bad. Herter's starting to go this way. Okay. Herter's gonna go to the other corner. So this was good. Like you're seeing the movement already. You're seeing Vooch went to this corner. You're seeing like Buzella's move up. I like to see that from Billy, just to kind of just like throw in like all these misdirections just early in the set. Because we've definitely seen some sets from Billy where like nothing happens right early in the set. So good job here. Now here comes Herter for the screen, right? And so good job screening, and Giddey gets downhill. He gets a step on Oubre, right? Now, pay attention to what Buzelis does on this specific play. So good job by Giddey. He got the step on Oubre, slip screen from Herter, got the step, and so he has the advantage now, right? And so Maxey probably should have came off of Trey Jones. Like, I'm being dead serious. Like, if there's anybody that you should not allow, or anyone you should allow to get the 3-point shot on the floor right now, it's probably this guy. You know, he's shooting an insane percentage. But like Maxey probably should have came over and help. He didn't, so Embiid then comes over and help. But Buzelis does a great job here by just kind of just diving in, doing a little 45 cut here, and it completely makes sure that like if like someone's like running out here, that it draws in the defense, and he's like kind of like actually like a slight screen, right? But it's a perfectly timed pass as well, where Buzelis is like cutting right in front of Quentin Grimes, so that Grimes like just can't like turn and be like, oh, I gotta run out to here, right? It was that little bit of a delay that was like perfect, and it opens up this Vucevic 3-point shot. Like, it was perfectly timed from Buzelis there, that I was like, oh my god, that is great from him. I was so happy that he decided to cut in that exact moment. And it acted as like a screen in a sense on Quentin Grimes of like, hey, I'm also here. Like, you can't just stay on the perimeter, right? I could be a threat here to cut for the basketball and get it from Giddey. And Buzelis just acted as enough of a decoy that Grimes came off and opened up the 3-point shot for Vucevic. So, well-designed play all around. I think that the Bulls did a really good job executing it. Billy Donovan did a good job of calling and drawing up this play. Well executed from everyone. Loving the youthful energy from Vucci this year, bro. He's looked honestly rejuvenated. Again, I was not expecting that from him. I was very, very concerned for what we saw in preseason, which I know a lot of people say about preseason, like, just like, hey, it's preseason, don't really put too much stock into it. But like, do you guys remember the first preseason with Vooch, where like it was the first season with DeRozan and Lonzo Ball and Caruso? Like, Vucevic had a rough shooting in the preseason. Like, he was not looking the best in preseason, but like all of us were like, it's not that big of a deal. He shot 40% from 3-point range. Like, it's not that big of an issue. That's the reason why I was concerned, because like he then went on to that in that season. He shot 31% from 3-point range. I was just like, bro, that's not that, like, that's a concern. We can't have that. He had a lot of open looks. He just didn't make them that season, and he didn't have the greatest season overall. Efficiency was not great, and so to see, like, you know, he had a bad preseason this season, but to see him, like, you know, hitting a bunch of threes, like he's moving well, like that's huge. And obviously, you know, his 1-3 tonight was the biggest shot of the night. So great job from Vucevic, but great job from getting everything. But like, I really do appreciate that Vucevic bought in, because like I definitely think this could have been like, he could have been pouting this season. Like, I'm still stuck here. So he's playing well. He's playing really well to start the year. If he keeps the cuts, he will always have value even with limited growth. No, I completely agree. I think Buzelis needs to continue to cut. He's not getting a lot of opportunities with his cuts right now, but he needs to continue to cut for sure. Yeah. Oh, the 1.3 seconds with Kelly Oubre on the last shot. Oh god, bro. Yeah, there's definitely fear. Yeah. I did not honestly realize how close that was. Like, I didn't realize that the shot came off the rim with 1.2 seconds left remaining. Like, that's a lot of time. If it comes off any weirder, right? Like, it could come off weird, and all of a sudden it's like in the 76ers lap, and you just like tip it up and in. Like that's a lot of time. So yeah, I'm happy it worked out in the end here. This is something that is very important for the Bulls to get a win like this, where you not only are able to come back and win it, but you're able to get the possessions down the stretch in crunch time that you're able to execute it properly. Because reminder on this play, don't look, I'm not showing you this play to knock Giddey here. I'm just showing you that, like, hey, like I'm showing you that like these last like closing minutes weren't like clean for the Bulls. Okay, like this is the play prior, right? And the Bulls are trying to like get Maxey onto Giddey on this possession. Like, they're doing everything in their willpower, and so it's a slip screen from Buzelis, and like it's 7 seconds, and Giddey turns it over here, right? Like, this, it wasn't exactly clean from the Bulls down the stretch here, and then we had some Buzelis botched opportunities as well. So it's good to see that the Bulls are able to pull this one out, where they got like the last possession of us, like we executed it right. We got the shot we wanted, got the three. Defensively was not great, but we did enough. That Grimes 3-point shot is gonna give me nightmares, honestly, in my dreams tonight. But we still did, Vucevic did a good enough job off the rebound to just tip it out and not give him a chance. So, oh boy, again, though, that Grimes wide open 3-point shot is scary. Not happy with how Buzelis defended that, but again, we're gonna learn. We're gonna learn from this, right? As I showed in the previous play, where the Bulls clearly learned, we're gonna learn from this, hopefully, and move on. Which was legit watched in preseason. It looked like it, honestly, yeah. Even by preseason standards, like, he was missing wide open threes and missing like easy shots at the rim. Like, it was very scary for me to look at that, because I'm like, okay, like, you could not give effort in preseason. Like, you don't have to like give 100% effort in preseason, but like, you should at least still be hitting some threes. And Vooch was not hitting them. I was very nervous for him. Not watched. He's just an experienced vet and doesn't need to waste energy and effort on games that don't count. But the thing is, though, Tyler, it's like, my point is that in the 21-22 season, like that preseason was also not good from him, and he didn't have that good of a year. Like, it was a rough year from him overall, like shooting wise. Like, that's the reason I was so nervous, was because like I've seen a bad preseason from Vucevic before, and it didn't turn into a good season. So that's why I was really concerned. But obviously, like, yeah, he's vet status, but like there's definitely just concerns, that where I'm looking at, I'm like, bro, Like, I hope the shooting doesn't continue. Like, you're not going to shoot like 27% for the year, hopefully, but we've had a season where like he shot 29% from 3-point range. Like, that's not something I was very nervous that we're going to get something like that heading into the year, but obviously it didn't matter. So keep it up. Don't slow down. Which Vooch had a little bit of a slowdown at the end of last season, but hopefully that doesn't happen this season. Which again, I don't put much stock into that slowdown at all, but you know, age is always something, right? Like Vooch in theory should age gracefully, but we don't know, man. Like we never know when someone's just gonna suddenly their body just is like, yeah, we're done. It happens, bro. It's just the unfortunate part of this game is that age will get to somebody at some point. So that's gonna do though for film breakdown tonight. Though I want to just show a couple things that I thought was important. And I'm not gonna be showing too much else because I honestly didn't think I showed that much last stream, which I know I showed a lot of plays, but like it wasn't that much time. But I got hit with many copyrights, bro. I was just like, bruh. So I was pretty pissed off because I think honestly last stream was like a really good film breakdown, but it like people can't watch the VOD because it just has to get cut out. So I'm frustrated overall. With that being said though, we are gonna go ahead and talk about our next game here for the Bulls. So first and foremost, if you not hit the like button on the stream, please do, helps me out a lot. I sincerely appreciate the support on the streams and hope you're enjoying the Bulls content on this channel. If you're new to the channel like Bulls content, please subscribe. We are doing Bulls content all season long. So a couple things before I go ahead and let you guys go for the night here, as I do want to go ahead and catch the second half of this game, Thunder Clippers. It's on Peacock, so if you are able to watch it, please go ahead and watch it. It's going to be a great game. But Bulls got this big win tonight. Okay, we do now have 2 days off, so if you are a person that has not watched many nationally televised games, this is your chance. Okay, like this is, I don't know about this game honestly, but Wednesday there is a absolute banger on the late night. It's going to be Wembanyama versus Luka Doncic. Okay, assuming Luka plays, which we will see, but this is going to be an absolute banger. Unfortunately, Dylan Harper is out, but this is going to be an absolute just banger of a game. So please go ahead and watch this one on Wednesday night. It is absolutely worth your time to stay up and watch this game. It's going to be an insane game. I'm very happy that it is going to be available to watch on ESPN. So please go ahead and watch this one. Yeah, not many people are playing on Thursday, so watch Thursday Night Football, like I usually do. The Bulls will be playing again on Friday, and it is another game for the in-season tournament here, and it's against the Milwaukee Bucks in Milwaukee. Now, I do expect to see some Bulls fans there, obviously, as many Bulls fans make the trip up there to watch the Bulls take on the Bucks, which is very much appreciated. But I am very scared for this game. Okay, the Milwaukee Bucks have been a lot better than I thought to start the season. Ryan Rollins seems like a legit player. Giannis has been insane. He just continues to just shoot extremely efficient, put up a bunch of points and stats in limited minutes. So I am very scared about how the Bulls are going to try to guard Giannis because their paint defense overall to start the season has not been great. These past 3 games have been good. Now, the first half of this game for the 76ers was not good, okay? The Bulls are giving up way too many easy shots in the paint, but the second half was good. So you've shown me that you can limit the paint points to a better number than what you were doing earlier on in the season. That's going to be necessary because Giannis just gets to the paint at will. So you cannot let the others get to the paint in this game. Okay, Giannis will get his, but you can't let the others get to the paint, right? So, you know, the Gary Trent Jr.'s of the world, the Torian Princes, okay, the AJ Greens, these are the guys that are going to be shooting the 3-point shots for the Bucks in this game. But you can't let them get easy layups. That is an absolute no. Like, you are not allowed to have that happen. That is unacceptable to see if you're the Bulls. Okay, I am very scared because the Bucks play like the Bulls so far this season. They're playing a lot of guys. They have a lot of guys that can put the ball on the floor and make decisions. Their defense though is also kind of stout when it comes to like rim protection. So like Miles Turner, Giannis is there. So I don't know how the Bulls are gonna be doing this in this one. The Bucks also do like a lot of switching defensively. Like it's very Bulls-esque. So you're not gonna outrun this team, I don't think, in this game. But you need to win the rebounding battle for sure. You need to limit the paint points. And as always, when it comes to any of these teams, know who the 3-point shooters are, please, and know where they all are at all times, because the the Bucks this season have just guys that are just killing it for 3-point range to start the year. And it's very scary, honestly, when you kind of look at some of this stuff. I hate how NBA.com is no longer allowing me to do certain things, but hold on, give me 1 second, because this is what we got to look at here. So AJ Green, for example, is averaging 6.5 threes a game attempted, and is shooting over 50%. Okay, like this guy, for example, and he's getting 27 minutes a night. Like, do not lose this guy. There is no reason to lose this guy on the floor. Anytime this guy's on the floor, you do not let this man shoot a 3-point shot. Please, like, don't let him get open at all. Do not let this man get open. All right. Ryan Rollins actually seems like he's legit, so like pay attention to him as well. But Taurean Prince, like, he also shoots really well from 3-point range. Okay, it's a guy that, like, you know, he started the season shooting like 50% from 3. Like, you cannot let these guys get open looks. All right. So know who the shooters are, know where they are at all times on the floor, but don't let them get paint points either, because you're gonna get wrecked in the paint from Giannis already. Don't let the others score in the paint as well, just to hurt you. Okay. So this is gonna be a tough one, I think, because, like, again, I think the way the Bucks play is very much how the Bulls play. So be careful, please. I expect to see a Coro guarding Giannis, and also Patrick Williams, and also Buzelis. So it's gonna be a tough task for those guys. It requires the entire team now. We can't just guard one person. Have one person guarding one of the best players in the world alone, right? Yeah. I'm gonna be interested in seeing. Bucks also look like a bad matchup because they have athleticism this year. They do have athleticism. Like, Ryan Rollins is, like, actually pretty athletic. Kyle Kuzma, like, he's an interesting guy. Like, the way that Doc has played him, I think he's done really well. These minutes are a lot higher because Giannis has missed a game, but, like, you basically only see Kuzma in, like, when Giannis is out, in a sense, like, most of the time. But, like, Kuzma is also, like, he has that ability. Like, there's actual ability. But, like, Cole Anthony, for example, is pretty athletic. Like, he was in a dunk contest. Like, these guys are very capable. Miles Turner is also really athletic for a center. Like, it's kind of a scary thought overall, with how these guys are playing to start the year. I don't know if it's going to continue, obviously, but right now, like, I know they just got wrecked by the Toronto Raptors tonight, but I expect them to be out for full revenge, because they're also going to have 2 days off here, I believe, unless I'm mistaken. But just be careful with this team. Like, I know that some people are like, oh, like, they're not that great anymore. Like, you know, no Lillard, but, like, they're pretty scary to me still. Giannis is still Giannis, and I expect him to be playing. So be careful, because, like, this to me is probably the more winnable game. I don't know who's gonna be available for Cleveland, but assuming that they are healthy, that is our next game after this, and this is arguably like a scheduled L. I don't know. We'll see. It matters how Cleveland does against Washington, but, like, I can make the argument this is a scheduled L because, like, we're on the road for both of these games, and then we gotta go to Cleveland and play them in Cleveland after second game of back-to-back. So we'll see who's available. I don't love this matchup either for the Bulls, obviously, but my hope is that you get one of these. Okay, you're on the road, right? Like, you're not at home in either of these games here, so get one, right? I think if you get one, you're feeling pretty good about yourself if you just get one. It'll be risky to say Bulls for when so long as Giannis is guarding Giddey. Won't be much defense, but Bulls just need anyone stepping up that isn't guarded by Giannis. Yeah. Bucks have matchup for sure. They're scoring through Giannis, etc. But should I say Bucks or just calling Giannis the team at this point? No, you should definitely say Bucks. Like, the Bucks are like an actual squad. Like, the way they play is actually, like, very team oriented. It's not just Giannis. Like, I actually think the way that they're playing is actually very team-esque. Giannis is leading the charge, but, like, I think it's very team right now. Ryan Rollins is, like, actually, like, legit. Like, I'm actually scared of this guy. So, be prepared. Hopefully Io's back. It seems like he will be back for that game, but, like, we're gonna need Io to guard that guy. So, that's someone we need to pay attention to. Ryan Rollins is legit. Only reason they let him go is because he stole some deodorant and got caught, which is crazy. Yeah, the Wizards let him go because he got caught stealing from Target. Which is just like, okay. I think they're more scary this year than when they had Lillard. I actually agree, because, like, they actually have more defensive ability this season, without Lillard on the floor. And if Rollins is gonna, like, actually come in and, like, you know, be, like, efficient, like, he won't score as much as Lillard, obviously, but if he's gonna give you, like, an efficient 16, Like, that's pretty legit. And then to have the others also involved, right? Like, AJ Green shooting, like, above 50% on 6 threes a game. Like, that's extremely efficient. That's team basketball. Like, but it's, you know, you're getting points from those guys that are, you know, finding ways to be efficient with the ball. So, yeah. Giannis having a hell of a season. That's because this is legit. Yeah, like, you surrounded Giannis with the proper, like, supporting cast. Like, Miles Turner is a center that shoots threes and defends and, you know, blocks shots, right? You have all these shooters around him, and then you got a guy in Ryan Rollins who can actually handle the ball a little bit, but is also not as dominant as Damian Lillard was with the ball. So, yeah, I'm not saying that it's like the Bucks should be like a contender moving forward, because like it is gonna be interesting to see like the amount of depth compared to maybe some of these other squads. But the way that they're playing right now, like the way that they play at this current moment in time, it's very Bulls-esque. It's very depth. Like, they have like a decent amount of depth on their squad, and they have an MVP. So it's very, 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 very scary to me. So I'm scared personally, but again, if the Bulls can get one of these games, whether it's this game or the Cleveland game, I don't care. Just try to get one. I think you're in a pretty good spot if you're able to get one of these games, but we will see. Because the next game, unfortunately, after that, we have to go and face another MVP caliber guy right now, and that's Wembanyama. So there's no breaks, right? Like, we don't get any breaks. We then face the Pistons after that. I'm sure they're gonna be out for revenge. But we got a bit of a road trip coming up here. So, you know, 3 of the next 4 is gonna be on the road. It's gonna be near us at least, but still, it's on the road, and we're, you know, right now we're better at home. As of right now, we're 5-0 at home. So it's gonna be tough coming up here. But again, get one of these games in this upcoming weekend. Get one of these games here. I don't know about this Wembanyama game, honestly, assuming he's available. I don't feel great about that one. But like, if you win this Pistons game, like, again, you're looking pretty good, honestly. For, you know, 3 of your next 4 being on the road, you're 2-2. Like, I'll take it. So I think that should be the goal, right? Like, you should have that sort of game plan in your head. To, like, get 2 of the next 4. If you get more, it's icing on the cake. Bulls first seed, still 7 games in. Hey, yeah, we will take it. I don't think it's gonna last, unfortunately. I do think that, you know, the 76ers, I know we just beat them tonight, but I do think that they're gonna be a threat. I still think the Bucks should be a threat. The Cavs are not gonna be, you know, only 1 game above 500 for the rest of the season. Like, I don't think it's gonna continue. The Heat also look pretty solid. Like, there's definitely teams that I do expect to see us get passed up by, but I do think that we're going to be much higher than my 36-win prediction. So, yeah. Look it up, yeah. Pistons looking better now, too. They are. They started Isaiah Stewart at power forward the other night, and he had, like, an amazing game. So, they might have unlocked something. I'm definitely... I don't think this is going to be the same Pistons squad that rolled into the United Center on opening night for us. It's going to be a little bit different, and they're at home. So, I'm expecting a better Pistons squad as well. So we got again, this is a test. Like, all of these games coming up here are really tough. Not Duggan, please bring Wemby at us as a team that scores in the paint. Oh my god, bro. I'm just gonna go ahead and just say that Spurs game's gonna be an L, because Wemby just is doing things that are otherworldly. But yeah, I did not think we were gonna win against 76ers tonight, and we were able to win this one. So we will see. 10-block game versus the Bulls, or rain of 3s, and the risk with that versus Spurs. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it coming. Yeah. Like, we legit have no one to guard Wemby. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, with Collins being out, I don't feel good. Like, you're not like, if you put a Okoro on Wembanyama, like, yeah, I don't, like, it does nothing. Patrick Williams, like, I guess it's Buzelis. I mean, unfortunately, Buzelis has had, like, not the best start defensively to start the year. So, it's gonna be Vooch and Jalen Smith, and I feel awful. I'm way more afraid of Wemby than 76ers. I don't blame you, because it's not just Wemby. The Spurs are 5-1. Like, that's like an actually good team right now, and Wemby's carrying them, obviously. But yeah, the one Wemby lost was interesting because they just doubled him and the team crumbled. They did do that. I think though that they're gonna figure that out though. And Wemby's too good of a player to, like, it'll be one defense one game, but like I don't trust the Bulls are gonna be able to effectively do that. But then also Wemby's gonna adjust. Like I have faith that they'll adjust it. But again, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just Wemby goes for 50 and no one else scores and the Bulls win. Maybe that's the game plan. Which isn't even that tall as a center. He's 6'10", but you know, Buzelis, yeah, it's gonna have to be him, I think. Which is not fun for him, but I think he'll have to start on him because like the Bulls have already shown that if there's a pick and pop center threat, that they're not gonna put Vucevic on him, right? Like they're gonna most likely put Vucevic on then someone else, and then they'll put a forward on that center, right? So it's most likely going to be probably Buzelis on Wembanyama, and then you put Vucevic on someone else to start the game. But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it just doesn't seem like any good options honestly. So we will make decisions when that time is when it comes around. But again, we gotta figure out a way to stop Giannis first, right? Like this game here, I am genuinely scared about. I'm honestly scared that they're just gonna be draining threes in our faces. So this is scary. And then like I'd feel better about this game if it wasn't the second night of a back-to-back. Like I'd actually feel the Bulls actually have like a pretty decent shot, but because it's the second night of a back-to-back, I don't have much faith in this one either. So like I'm kind of hoping that you win this Bucks game, and then like you just, if you happen to lose this one against Cleveland, all right. But if you lose that Bucks game, then I'm like, okay, you need to try to find a way to win this one in Cleveland. Like it's vital. Because as good as it is right now, being 6-1, like if you lose the next two, like you're 6-3, and all of a sudden you have more L's than the 76ers and the Pistons, and you're tied with all these guys suddenly. Which I understand they're also gonna be playing games here, but like, I mean, the Bucks and the Cavaliers also only have 3 losses, and so if you lose the next 2 against these two, then like you're gonna be basically tied with them. So like you're gonna have to find a way to get one of these games here. Do the Bulls have a G League call up? No, sorry, no. I mean, hell, no one does honestly against Wembanyama. If it feels too bad, just pulling some tall, skinny unknown fella to the court to try. No, I would not want to put anyone through that, but also we just don't have the option. So. Yeah, we will see. We'll get Yuki back. I mean, Yuki's not playing for a while, so we're not gonna see Yuki for a long time, unfortunately. But I hope he's doing well. Seems like the Bulls are giving him all the resources he needs, which I think is great by them. So, great job by the Bulls to do that, even though he's not under contract. But hopefully he's doing well and he's figuring it out. And hope to see him back on the court soon. What is Wemby's free throw? Is it time to hack a Wemby? No, it's not time to hack a Wemby, unfortunately. He is shooting about 80%, so it is not time to hack a Wemby, unfortunately. It's honestly the best thing you could do is make him shoot the 3 ball, but like even then I don't feel great. It's not time to hack a Wemby yet. No, or probably ever. He's shooting too well. Look forward to Wemby Chet matchup. I also am looking forward to that. I hope everyone stays healthy enough so we can get to see that. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here though, because it is officially halftime for that game, and I do want to watch the second half of that game. So thank you so much for going in and tuning in to this post-game stream. Incredible Bulls comeback win. I'm utterly stunned that they were able to do it, but I'm happy they were able to pull this one off because that first half was depressing. So makes up for that insanely bad first half, but good job by the team to get it done. Once again, if you have not hit the like button on the stream, please do help me out a ton. I sincerely do appreciate it. If you're new to the channel like Bulls content, please go ahead and subscribe. Also, I want to go ahead and give this one more shout out. So unfortunately, my most recent article was not able to get published before the Knicks game on Sunday night, but it was then published on Sunday night. So it was published after the game, but it was written basically after the Knicks win on Friday. So unfortunately, it was supposed to come out Saturday. It just wasn't able to, but it was published on Sunday. So if you have not read that article yet, I understand that it's not up to date, and like we're just promoting it basically like today. But please go ahead and read it. It would truly mean a lot to me if you're still going to go ahead and read that, even though it's not up-to-date numbers. I think it's a pretty good overall article by me. So please go ahead and check that out. It's all about the Bulls' bench excellence and their scoring, how well they're attacking the paint overall as a team on the bench. So Io's been out, and we're really missing him. Even with this win today, we're still missing him. But you know, he's a big reason why the Bulls have been one of the best teams in the league in terms of attacking the paint off the bench. So go ahead and check that out, give it a read. I appreciate all feedback. I sincerely do appreciate you guys looking at my content, though. It does mean a lot. It's been pretty good overall success for me in terms of OnTap Sportsnet so far, and I hope to continue it. I truly do appreciate you guys viewing it and reading it, because that's the way that we're going to be measuring success with the team over there. So thank you guys a lot. That being said, though, I'm going to take these next 2 days off. I've had 2 tests in the last 2 days, including today. So I also have some stuff to work on in terms of school. So I need these next 2 days off desperately for me, just to kind of catch up on some stuff. So you're not going to be seeing a video from me. So the next time you'll be seeing me is going to be after that Bucks game on Friday. So tune in for the post-game stream on Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time start for the game. And as typical, 9:30 p.m. Central Time for post-game or around whenever the game ends. So thank you guys so much again for tuning in. I sincerely do appreciate all the support and keeping the streams awesome. It truly does mean a lot. You guys have been a great community so far, and let's continue it. With that being said, though, I'm going to peace out. Have a good night. Be safe. And go tune into that Thunder and Clippers game if you're able to. Good win tonight. Bye, y'all.